Allons-y, but not too fast. All right, let's go.
Hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? You're having a great Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on if you're in the future. Let us see. Let me just double check that everything is working, and then we will begin. That. Let me do this. Alrighty, I think we are good to go. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So, let's go ahead and popping over here. Welcome in, everybody. How are you today? Gilmore, you were first. I saw that you're also lurking, so please enjoy your lurk. And Valk, welcome in. How's it going? How are you? Let's see, Lurk, I'm working on a Christmas gift project, so I'll just be watching mostly. I'm making Mom a custom 2024 calendar with a line notepad and a meal plan notepad. I'm trimming papers mostly today. I think I'll be assembling a notepad. Smart, that sounds amazing. That sounds like a wonderful gift, and I hope she enjoys it. Hope she enjoys it. But welcome in, everybody. Hope you're having a great day today. We're going to be finishing up Loddlenaut. I don't think it'll take us very long. I think today is going to be a fairly short stream. But we played Loddlenaut a couple weeks ago. We were given a code for the game. Did I push the button? I did. I don't know if I was... Yeah. I was supposed to have it on last time. Yeah, we have the branded content button. I think we also maybe have drops enabled for some reason. There are no drops for this game. It's supposed to... I think that tag just naturally goes away and comes on its own. It says it's on, but it shouldn't be. Unless there are some Loddle drops that I just am unaware of. But, we started playing it a couple weeks ago. We got a code for the game. It's very good. It's a very good game. It is very chill, a la maybe something like Power Wash Simulator or something to that effect. But it's good. And so we pretty much did like all but the last area, I think. And so it sort of just depends on how long the last area takes. I don't see it being too difficult of a process. I did see actually that they updated the game yesterday with like a Christmas update, but I think it's a pretty like I think there's just like now in the sea there's a present that you can open and there's something there. I assume it's going to be because you can make toys for the Loddles. I assume it's going to be a toy for them that they can use, but maybe I'll be wrong. It's so cute. It's one I really want to get eventually. I recommend it. I think it's super nice. And what's cool is so like you can keep playing it. It is not like Power Wash Sim in that when you like clear out an area, it's not that it's done. Like it can just progressively like get more like gunk and stuff over there. And so you like have to go back to areas. Just it's nice that there's like, if you wanted to, you could play the game, I guess, forever. They did recently change how some of that works in this recent patch as well, which I think is good. So the way it works is if you 100% an area, it will not start getting dirty again for another hour of real time, which I like, because when we played last time, I recall getting an area to 100%, moving on to the next area, and then already it was like, when we went back to like a previous area, it was already like dropped a bunch of percent. I think it was, I mean, like not a crazy amount. It was still probably above 80%. But I was like, oh gosh, I was like, I don't want to have to like keep going back to all these areas. And then there's like a thing where it's like, if you have all of them at 100%, the amount of time that that would need to progress for it to like start getting dirty again is a little bit longer, I think, even. Or it like refreshes all of the timers for all of the locations for 100%, something like that. Joss, thank you so much for the 21 months.
Hope you're doing well.
How are you, Joss? All that to say, though, Loddlenaut is super fun, so I'm excited to we'll be finishing it today. Just because I think there's one area left, and I don't imagine it's gonna take very long.
A message.
I did play some of it on my own as well. Joss, how are you? How's it going? What have you been up to? What games have you guys been playing, etc., etc.? Anything fun? Anything exciting? Thank you so much again for the 21 months, though. And Emmers, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? No Discord. No Discord. The Discord is dead. But let's see. What else has been going on? Anything else before we hop into the game? Again, it'll probably be a short stream today. We'll just be finishing up Loddlenaut and that's it. And that's it. Let me see. There have been a lot of video game leaks over the past couple of days. Some crazy ones. Some of the biggest video game leaks probably ever. I got the platinum for God of War 2018 this weekend. Ooh, even playing on easy, the Valkyries. Oh gosh, the not to be confused with the Error Valkyrie in chat, but the Valkyries in God of War are very difficult. It is probably the closest to playing like a Dark Souls game that I've ever gotten to. I made it a point to defeat the Valkyrie Queen, and that took me so much time. I don't remember how many attempts overall, but I remember it was like, I remember there would be like a day where I would just sign in to God of War. I'd play for like an hour, and that hour was just repeatedly trying to beat the Valkyrie Queen. And eventually I got it. I had to follow a guide. I had missed a summon that you can get in God of War, and I went back and got it. And that ended up helping me. But, anyway. I haven't played Ragnarok, though. I've heard it's good. But yeah, there have been a ton of leaks. Insomniac Games, they are the company that makes the Spider-Man games. They just got hit with probably one of the biggest, video game leaks ever. A while back, maybe a couple weeks ago, some hackers announced that they had, hacked into their system and gotten a bunch of their stuff. And they ransomed it for $2 million. And I guess Insomniac Games didn't pay, which I don't blame them. But the leakers, or the hackers, leaked everything. And so it's I forget how many gigs of information, but it's a lot. And it's everything from their release, their general release schedule for the next decade. It had information about Spider-Man stuff, I won't say specific things, because in the case you guys don't want to be spoiled by stuff. But they are releasing a Spider-Man adjacent game next year. There will be a Spider-Man 3. Probably the biggest stuff was, so they were also, and they've already announced this, that they were working on a Wolverine game. There's leaked footage of the Wolverine game. There's sort of a pitch deck where it has like the plot outline, the characters. This is the combat system that we're gonna use, and whatever, like sort of like a kind of a general guide to the game, sort of like just a, you know, bird's eye view of it. Then they also had like the start screen, like a mock-up of like the startup screen. They had like just a lot of footage. So like some of it was like gameplay, some of it was like test out footage. Probably what is the craziest is they actually leaked a playable like part of the game. Like the only way you'd be able to play it is if you had a Sony dev kit, which most average people will not have access to. So the chances of that like leaking out would be very like a demo. Yeah, a demo. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, but still that's huge. Yeah, the fact, I mean, maybe there's somebody out there who's risky enough to want to like see if they can get it running. I don't know if I've heard like some tech companies, you know, will try to like steal information from other tech companies. I don't know if video game devs are at all like that. Like if there's any sort of behind the scenes, like, well, like would it be beneficial for another like big AAA video game dev company to like try to see what they're doing, or like to test it out and see if like they can take anything from it or whatever. But and they held it for ransom. Yeah, it was for $2 million, which, I mean, it's one of those things where people are very hyped already about the Wolverine game, and so I feel like unless it would have been bad, I don't think that it's gonna affect sales or anything. I don't think that's gonna be like an issue. But yeah, so maybe they were like, is it really worth it? But part of it is like, surely it would be in some ways. The cast of the Wolverine game is all leaked, so like the characters that are in it, but also like what actors they have playing all the characters. What else? Oh, they also got, and this is like, I mean, and this is why like this would be maybe something that they're like they want to be careful of. And it was also pitches for games. And so there is a Marvel related game that I guess they either pitched or will pitch. But that at least hasn't been announced. And so like, it's sort of like interesting to see, I guess, I don't know what'll come out of all of this. I think there's also some like, not financial stuff, but sort of like, one of the things I remember reading was that, because they also make Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank, how do they get their hands on it? I actually don't know what the process of them hacking it was, but I mean they hacked it's like a hacker group, I guess, and so I don't know if they just like put in some virus and were able to get, you know, in on it, but yeah, so I don't know. But like, so they're also the company that makes Ratchet and Clank. Apparently Ratchet and Clank is not doing very well, like performance-wise. Like, Rift Apart? I can't remember what the last game that released was, but apparently, like, they had information about like its lifetime sales and all that stuff. And I guess internally they're sort of like it's not doing great. It didn't do as good as we really hoped, but it's real good though. Yeah, I have people who have played it have said very good things about it. Anyway, I can't remember if there's any other details about it, but like, it's a lot. I'm sure, I feel like if Opans were here, he would say that as a dev, like any kind of leak like that doesn't feel good. And because people are seeing things, sort of like, before it's in a state that they want people to be able to see it. So I feel like people would, I don't know. I can imagine if they are upset in some way. Even if it's like, I don't know. I don't really know what like state everything was in. I mean, when the first like GTA 6 footage leaked a bit ago, they it wasn't like, I guess that was like a year ago maybe, but the quality of it was like meh. It was sort of like, it's a half-baked pie, not ready for eating. Yeah, that's totally, yeah, that's 100% it. Not on the same level at all, but a few weeks ago, someone leaked 2 games that Gearbox is working on by adding it to their LinkedIn profile. Oh, goodness. That actually does happen quite a bit. I've seen a lot of people who, like, watch for leaks will sort of keep an eye on, LinkedIn, which I was actually thinking about LinkedIn yesterday because of I saw some, what was it? Oh, it was just some like, I don't even know what you would call it, but like there are influencers on LinkedIn. For people who aren't on it, I think technically have an account, but I have not signed in many moons, many years. There are like, I don't know, business influencer people types that like will post things that are sort of like memes about, I don't know, the grind life. I don't really know what. And every little bit that I see, I'm just like, I am so not interested in this at all. That I just avoid LinkedIn like the plague. But there are people who will watch video game dev peeps to see if they update their profile with any information on like what they've worked on, or even like if they say, if they update maybe not the game title, but like their responsibilities for that game. People will then be like, you know, this person says they're working on like multiplayer stuff. Well, you know, this game dev haven't done any multiplayer stuff, so like maybe there's they're adding some component there or whatever. But anyway, apparently the Suicide Squad game, a lot of that stuff leaked. That's not a part of Insomniac Games. I actually don't remember who's developing it. All I have heard so far is that apparently people are very disappointed. I don't think the game looked good, personally, and also it was a big red. That's Rocksteady. That's right. I was a little. For those who did not follow the development of Suicide Squad, they announced it, and then as more information came out about it, I think they even did like a beta or whatever. It turned out that the game was going to be a games as a service. There were going to be battle passes. The game was always online, so there was like no offline mode or whatever. And a lot of people were like really upset about all of that information. And so then Rocksteady like took it down, and they're like, okay, we're gonna delay the game and we're gonna try to work on it. So like now I think it is offline. Like you can play it offline, but I think the plan still is for them to sell skins and all that sort of stuff. I don't think there's going to be a battle pass. I don't think it's going to be really like... I think they took away some of those things, but as Opance, I think, said at the time, they had already worked on the game to like such a degree that really the amount of things that they're going to be able to change is not very much. So yeah, it doesn't sound great, but yeah. So anyway, they like the plot leaked, and I don't really know how this came about, but yeah, like all of the plot leaked, all of I don't know, a lot of like random stuff. So yeah, but it doesn't sound great. I was looking forward to the game, but I did at least see that stuff there had been leaking. And then really the only other game thing that I can mention, which I talked about last time, but Light No Fire, which is the Hello Games game, so like No Man's Sky is also made by Hello Games. Light No Fire, I think last time I mentioned this, and which was that people are getting... I don't mind people getting hyped for a game. Hype is good. But there is like just wild speculation in the subreddit where it's like people are just like taking the 2 minutes of a trailer that we have and just imagining the most bizarre or like extreme scenarios for everything that just like there's no evidence of any of the there's no evidence of any of this. It's like they forgot, right? It's like so what's happening now, this is the update that I wanted to give. What's happening now is like there are a lot of No Man's Sky BRB dentist appointment, and I hope you have a great appointment. Hope it goes well. The people who've been around and stuck with No Man's Sky from the beginning are sort of like, everyone, we need to all chill out a bit because this is getting ridiculous. I think last time I mentioned this, that like I've seen some posts where people are like they want Light No Fire to be Baldur's Gate 3. They want that level of RPG in it. And it's like, that's, yes, they said that it's going to have RPG elements. I don't think they're saying this is going to be the next Baldur's Gate 3 or like, there's just a lot of like, when you watch the trailer, if you've played No Man's Sky, if you watch the trailer for Light No Fire, it is very easy to see that Light No Fire seems to be built sort of on the bones of No Man's Sky. There's a lot of it that seems very similar. Like even just the way some things move, or the ocean, like you see people getting out of the water. Even the water itself and like what's in the water, the way everything moves, looks very No Man's Sky. If you told me it was No Man's Sky for that brief little bit, I would have believed you. So like I feel like it's safe when you're speculating for it to be like, all right, let's look at No Man's Sky. They've probably changed some things for Light No Fire and maybe have added some different, added more to it. But like I think we can kind of get an idea of it from what we know about No Man's Sky. And Secret, welcome in, Secret. Did you change the color of your name? Did you change the color of your name? Looks like almost peachish, peachy, peach adjacent, perhaps. But anyway, it's getting the Light No Fire subreddit is getting wild. It is just like so over the top. People are like, I don't know. They're because like in the trailer you can see there's like different animal races. People are like, I wonder what the different animal race like bonuses are gonna be, and it's like I don't think there's gonna be any of that, but like whatever. But anyway, so now there's like there's basically two sides in the community in the subreddit right now, warring at each other. Posts are like there'll be posts that are like, can we keep our speculations in check? Like, can we keep it to like what we know about the game, or like what we see based on the screenshots and trailers and the information they tell us, and like what we know of No Man's Sky and all that stuff. And there's some people who are like, you guys are boring, let us dream. And then some people are like, the dreams have gone like unchecked for too long. Like, people are starting to believe, like, new people coming in are starting to believe that because it's just being talked about so much. Like, for example, some, like, I don't even know where it starts, but somebody was like, this game is going to be an MMO. And then somebody was like, I hope we can build our own kingdoms in the game. Like, we can just build so much, and then we, with other players, we build our own kingdoms, and then we have like one person who's like the ruler of that kingdom. They're like, you can like put a player in that position, and then you have like people underneath that, and then all this stuff, and then like then there's just like another post about how like, well, this is how I'm going to defend my kingdom, and like all this other stuff, and it's like, no, there's no kingdom. We don't know any of that. I mean, maybe down the road, No Man's Sky or the Hello Games devs are like, maybe we should add that to the game. Wouldn't that, like, that's a neat idea? But like it's crazy. Wait, what is the game we're talking? So there's a new game called Light No Fire. It is made by the No Man's Sky people. The trailer looks really good. It looks very fun. I mean, it looks very No Man's Sky-ish, adjacent. And the subreddit, I was just talking about the subreddit is going wild, where some people are just like, they're sort of, the way they talk about like what they want in the game, it's starting to like spread to a point where it's like new people are like, oh, so it is an MMO. Okay, I mean, I guess people are saying it's an MMO, so it must be an MMO. It did. Part of it was that they lied about a lot of what was like going to be in the game. The thing that it's like the most egregious bit was that they said that there was going to be multiplayer, when they did have plans for it to have multiplayer, but it was not gonna be ready at launch. And so a lot of people who like played the game expecting it to be multiplayer, it just was not like it just wasn't there, even to a point where like I remember, because I bought it at launch, and I bought it at the time. I didn't play a lot of like multiplayer games or like online multiplayer games, and so I wasn't really interested in playing with other people. I really enjoyed the exploration aspect, which is what I still like about it. So I thought it was fine. I think I played it for like a month, and then I dropped it. But I remember at the time, people even went into the game because you could not see yourself. There was no third-person camera. And so they're like, what do we even look like? And like, what it will look like when you see another player. And I remember that they found like, they were able to find a 3D model of the character, and it was like bare bones. Like, it was like nothing, like very little detail at all, besides like from what you could see of like the hands. And people were like, what is this? But so it seems like Hello Games has learned a little bit from all of this, which is that they've been working on this game for 5 years at this point. And so they have a much like, and I think they've probably learned from their mistakes of No Man's Sky a bit. Granted, people were talking to them and they were like, okay, like, take it easy, don't get too crazy with the hype for this game, like, let's just approach it slow. And like the first thing that the like lead game designer said was, we have made Earth, or something to that effect. Like, we are making Earth. We have made a fantasy Earth. And so that's like the gist of Light No Fire, is that you are, instead of it being like you are in a bunch of different planets, every player is on the same planet. And so that's why people are kind of getting wrapped up in the idea of like, well, how is that going to work with other players and whatever. And I mean, I honestly don't think it's going to be that different from No Man's Sky. I think a lot of the emphasis is going to be in exploration. They did say there's more RPG elements. It seems like combat is maybe a little bit more upgraded, as you see people with, like, in the trailer that they put out, you see people using magic spells. Some people have bows, some people have swords. Like, so like, I'm sure some of it's a bit different from No Man's Sky, but it still looks like it's going to mostly be about exploration, and probably base building and that kind of probably some survival elements similar to No Man's Sky. But in that trailer, there is no mention of things such as kingdoms and or you know, craziness like that. So I think people are getting just like a little bit over a little much about it. But anyway, so the only update that I had for you guys was that it's like two sides of the community have started to form. But okay, hold on. We're gonna go on a BRB real fast, and then we'll get into Loddlenaut. But I will be right back. BRB, enjoy the music. Welcome back. Do I have a record player? I do. I do have a record player. It actually looks like that one that's in the back, except for mine is red. Mine's red and black. But I kind of thought if it was red and black, hold on. Thought if it was red and black, it'd kind of stand out too much. I didn't want it to be like too bold. It would draw attention to it for no reason. So I was like, we'll go with just something dark, So I'm kind of just there as a thing. But I do have one. I love it. I collect vinyls. So Emmer's actually sent me a link to I guess the Cowboy Bebop vinyl was on sale on Amazon. I was gonna just like respond with a general Cowboy Bebop GIF, but I found a GIF that was perfect, which was of Spike. He's in a big like coat, and he says, "Does it look like I have money?" And I sent that to her as a as my response because it fit. I like the BRB screen. Thank you, Gilmore. I do too. It took me a while to finally make it and get through it, but I like it. So thank you. I need to get a new one. I've been borrowing my dad's for like 15 years and figured I should probably give it back. I've had mine for a bit. It's not even like a crazy good one. I think I bought it like a decade ago at Target. It's one of those like I modeled that one after it. It's like the little briefcase looking ones, little suitcase ones, where it's like leather on the outside and has speakers on it. And I wanted just something easy. I think I grew up with one that was like a super old one. Like I think it was from the 70s or 80s, where you then have to have like external speakers and you have to use like special like the audio cables for that. I didn't want anything that complicated. I was like, I want something that I can just kind of put somewhere on a table and I just plug it in and it works. I don't have to. I can plug in some additional speakers to it, but I was like, I don't want anything too complicated. And it sounds all right. Like it probably could be louder, but I'm sure they still sell some that are similar. I think some that are even Bluetooth now. And those probably have even better sound quality than the one that I had. But anyway, it's nice. I like it for my purpose. I also don't have like a huge place, so it doesn't need to be like crazy. We're currently trying to revamp our setup. We got a whole box of old records from Turnip's dad. Oh, that's awesome. I love going through records. I love looking at like the sleeves and all of it. I love when like the sleeve has the lyrics inside. It's just I love it. And I think now what's great is when you buy like video game ones, they usually have really cool art inside, or like they really work on making the packaging of it very, very good. So I don't know, I'm here for it. Do I have a favorite? That is a tough question. Of my video game ones, Katana Zero has really cool packaging, and has a lot of really cool, like, unique art. Like, it was art made for the sleeve. That one is great, as well as the album is great itself. But, out of a non-video game one, man, it's tough. That is tough. I really listened to, I was actually thinking about that. I need to bust these out because I haven't yet, but She and Him, which is Zooey Deschanel's band, if you guys know, little known actress, Zooey Deschanel. She and Him is a great band. I've seen them live twice, and they have some Christmas albums. I think they have 3, and so I have their Christmas vinyls. And with her voice and the kind of old vintage style of the songs, plus it being on vinyl, and even the vinyls themselves, like the sleeves, they go for a very like classic look for even like the pictures on them. It just fits the vibe of it. But... Wild Hearts. I've heard Sayonara Wild Hearts. I've heard is very good. Outer Wilds. We need to play that game. Maybe that'll be 2024 Outer Wild at some point, because we need to. Forgot about Sheen. I love Sheen Hen. I think they're so good. There's so many good songs. Some of their songs bridge into like the kind of country that I don't necessarily like, but a lot of it's very folky, which I can. That's like as far as I go towards country music. And so there are a few that I'm like, wow, there's a lot of twang in this song, but gosh, it's so good. I have their other albums as well, the ones that aren't Christmas in vinyl. Their Classics album is so good. Gosh, it's super good. But anyway, there's a fine line. Yeah, there's a fine line of like folk, which I really like. I had a folk phase for sure. And then, but then there's like, yeah, it's a very thin line, and then all of a sudden you're in country music, and I don't know what to do with myself. I'm like, how did I get here? The grunge, the 90s alternative grunge jet doesn't know how to deal with this. So anyway, but hey, let's go over here. So yeah, friends, we're playing Loddlenaut today, which is a very fun game, very chill, very adorable. We're almost done with it. We're almost done with it, actually. So we're like, it's not going to be too, probably not that long. We're on the last section of the game. So one, if you don't want to see spoilers, I totally understand. I totally get it. I'll kind of give you guys a bit of a rundown, I guess, of the game, but it's very cute. I think a lot of you guys would like it. Essentially, you are, this is us. This is us. We have been sent to clean up the ocean. We're on GUP 14. Do I have a regular schedule? Not right now. Things have just been kind of busy. But it shouldn't be too far off from our typical schedule when I'm able to stream. Which is like typically starting around this time or a little bit later. I just started early today. So this is us. This is us. These are loddles, and I actually can show you guys. So, what I did play off stream because I saw that there was an achievement for the game, which was to evolve loddles so that you see every form. There's like 15 or so, and I was like, that's gonna take forever. Oh, this one's changing. Or this is an egg. An egg is happening, everybody. We're about to see birth. We're about to see a birth. I think. The miracle of Loddle birth. It's so true. I maybe we had like a non. Once they transform into something, I don't think they can change again. So this shouldn't happen. So this is we're at like our home base right now, and I had brought some baby Loddles in so that I could feed them the right food and like make sure that they only eat that food. That's how you get the right forms. Is if you make sure they like only eat that food. If they look at this little octo. That's right. Oh no, I was making this guy. I forgot that he hadn't changed yet. But look at it. So this is an octoloddle. I would name the ones that I was like, okay, you are going to be the octo. That means you can only eat, and I had a list of like, you can only eat these 3 foods. This is an octoloddle. This one is a whisker, right? It makes sense. This one's a whisker one. What else do we have? This is the puffer. Yeah, a little puffer guy. This is a siren. Has a little like different kind of whiskers. Is that one? Oh, I was like, is that one leaving? Then I think this is the Axo. Yeah, so this is the Axolotl. So it actually looks more like an axolotl. Is that the only ones we have here? Yeah, so the way you transform them is by making sure they eat very specific diets, which is like, and by that I mean, it seems as though they can only eat those things. If they eat anything else in the mix, it'll like throw it for a loop, and they won't evolve into the right thing. They'll just become a jumbo, which jumbo is basically, I think, you can just feed them whatever, and it turns into a jumbo. So like when I go around to different sites, you'll see a lot of jumbo ones. But I'll try to show you some of the unique ones. That one's dirty. That's a jumbo. Hold on. Let's get it to follow me so that we can clean it up.
See, Space Cowboy.
And Piggyback Panic, thanks so much for the lurk. Hope you have a good one. There we go. Where is it you? What are you? Yeah, okay, this one I thought was adorable. It's a bunny Loddle. Look at this guy. I love its little like kind of feats that it has. And from what I understand, if you like introduce one to the biome, so we're at Tangle Bay right now. They'll start to spread. They'll make some bunny ones. So I may need to hold on. How many? Okay, 11 out of 15 Loddles. So there's like a limited amount of space. For them, I have this guy's following me right now. Is there any other ones? I think these are mostly just jumbos. Some cool colors. But also, I guess while I'm here. So the point of this game is we're trying to clean things up. And there's some trash over there. Sometimes there's like purple goopy stuff that you have to clean up. Sometimes it's just picking up trash, but you're basically just trying to clean up the place. As you do, like plants will start growing, and you can then use this food to like feed it to the Loddles and stuff. Oh, here's some more stuff. Is there any? Let's see. And if I use this radar, it'll highlight Loddles for me. It'll show me garbage. If there's... Oh, that's kind of fun. Oh, look, you see there's a baby. So, like, you can take the babbies back to the home base you know, feed them the right food or whatever. I guess you could leave them here to do that, but I did not have the, like, organizational skills to do that. They just kept on eating things that I did not want them to eat. I'll say, okay, can you, oops, that's fine. That's fine. You eat that. But anyway, so 98. Where is? There's some trash in there. I want to get this to 100. So there was a recent update. I was saying this earlier. One, they added like a Christmas item that we need to go find. Apparently, it's. They said it's towards the east side of the map. But. There we go. 99. Oh, there's some trash. If you get an area to 100 now, it will delay how fast more like garbage will show up. Come on. There we go. I think that's... Yeah, okay. So now it's at 100%. Where is our ship? Sweet. I'm gonna head back to... Oh, wait. Hold on. there was a box somewhere over here. Also, I should probably clean that as well. Yeah, I need to open this box. But I've upgraded a lot of things. So, like, my oxygen capacity is upgraded. How long I can... how long I can, like, dash is upgraded now. But I think I only have, like, a few more achievements. I think a lot of them are based on the story progression. So part of me, like, feels like I'm gonna try to 100% this. I'm not much of a achievement hunter at all, but part of me is like, I mean, we're almost done, so like, what if? So I think we're gonna try to do it. We're gonna try to 100%. I feel like I've done the most difficult thing, which is to see every type of Loddle. Let's go back to the home. What do I have in my... Nope. There we go. We're going to... Alright. Because we don't really, like, need a lot right now. Like, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I don't think I need a ton of stuff. I'm gonna just store it until it tells me that I need to, like, buy an upgrade or whatever. So we have max oxygen and boost duration. We have our scanners at max. We already had that. We needed that for one of the levels. That's done, that's done, that's done. Okay, I think we have all of the equipment. I will make one of these. If I can. I need... What kind of bit is that? Plastic. Okay, let's just take a bunch of these. Let's go through. And recycle. I'll leave myself with 6. Take you guys though to a couple of the other places, because I started to some of the ones that some of the new Loddles I dropped off at different places. I can't remember. Okay, so I think I put the Siren and the Whisker one here. What are you? Are you just... Oops, don't eat that. That's garbage. Attributes. Oh, it's a jumbo. It just... Whoops. No, don't release. I think one of the other... Adrian, welcome in. How's it going? One of the other... one of the other things that will probably take a while for me to do is... I think it's like... You need to have every biome filled, so maybe that will be the one that takes technically the longest. But I think most of them are like close to capacity. I got rid of a few, just so I could make sure that they made babies, so that I could steal the babies and take them home and make sure they like turned into the right ones. But I don't know if that actually even... I don't know if that includes, like, the home cove. I don't even know if that's, like, considered a biome. Oh, and there's this one. Hold on. Right, what are you... You're special, right? An angler! Yeah, this is a new one. I'm hoping that... 10 out of 10. Okay, so here, how about we... Let's get rid of... Let's release one. Bye. How are we? I'm doing good. How are you? So we're releasing this Loddle back into the ocean to go just do what it wants to do. It basically said, you know, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Trash. It's like, it showed me there was something right here. Is there another jumbo? I'm seeing a lot of whiskers and sirens. You can leave, right? You're also a jumbo? Yeah, get out of here. We don't want you. Happy 5 days till Christmas. Happy 5 days till Christmas to you, Adrian. There we go. Had some trouble with that. I hope you have a good one. It's quite early there, isn't it? How are we? We're at 98%. Aha. Oh, and I see some garbage. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so this one is now at max. Excellent. All right. So one of the things that they changed, I can't remember if I fully finished this thought, was that when you have an area at 100%, it will stop getting dirty for like an hour. Which is nice. It's sort of, for a bit there, when we were playing last time, it felt like we would like clean out an area, and then almost immediately it was back to like what it was. Not what it was, that's extreme. It was just like, I don't know, there just wasn't enough. Oh, so the P.O. box is not active right now. So I wouldn't send anything, just so you guys know. I think it sort of lapsed when my debit card was gone, and I need to go like into, like update the payment info. So if you send anything, it might just get stuck in the mail until I get that fixed, but I probably wouldn't send anything. What was I saying? Oh, so anyway, yeah, I like that they sort of updated how fast or the little downtime, where you can kind of just be like, I did some good. I cleaned things up, and this makes me feel good. Instead of it being like, I cleaned things up and oh gosh, it's all dirty again. Will this ever be clean? Okay, let me get some oxygen. Some trash. So the little scanner thing will also point you in the direction of the nearest one when you do the little scan, which is very helpful. Here's some more plastics. But this game, there's something about it that's just very relaxing. It may not have the dings that of Power Wash Sim, which I do love. Having the positive, reinforcement of a ding feels very nice. What's this? We're at 99. This area's quite large. It's interesting also to see that a lot of the fruit just stays there after it grows, which is probably how the loddles turn into things if you're not too careful. And that's why, so I kept on, in order to get, nice, okay, we got the, this area is now at 100%. So in order to get the achievement where you have every loddle, I had to I pretty much had to take the babies and bring them to the home area, and then feed them, and then once they were done, I put them in biomes, and then I would get more, and then come. I had to do that every time in order just to make sure that they were not eating stuff that they shouldn't be. Because if not, they'll just the loddles will just eat whatever food's around. Okay, so this one is this the? Hold on, which one are you? The wing fin, right? Yeah, it makes sense. The wing fin. Look, it's got really. It has very wingy looking things here. But actually, here, I think I put most of my favorites here. So we have, look, here's another octoloddle. I think that's a what is this? A snake. Oh, right, it makes sense. But yeah, the octoloddle I think is very adorable. This one is probably one of my most favorites. It's sad though. We need to make it happy. Wait, no. Here we go. We gotta pet it to make it happy. Come heal. It's a manta loddle, I believe. Yeah, look. So cool. And then look, and then this one. This one's also adorable. The butterfly loddle. And look, we have something's transforming. It's so adorable looking. And I've already seen that they do if you put certain types in a biome, their kind do spread, even if you aren't feeding them what they need to have. Yeah, this one, oh no, this one just turned into a jumbo. Lame. Goodbye. See you later. Not that we are being selective here, but I want the special ones. Only the special ones. Okay. We're at 96%. There's some trash in there. But I have seen that they do indeed like spread if you have a certain type here. Is that the one I was pointing to? This area was kind of hard to clean up. This is where you had to use the little cart thing cleaner. Oops, that's There's something very just chill about this music. There's something about it that reminds me of like old school anime. Oh, did I show this one off? No, I don't think so. This is the beta. That's right. So cool. Okay, let's fill up. Get all this stuff. I feel like I've shown most of them. Most of the things. Okay, I don't think there's any trash in this area. There's some far. And then we're actually right next to the last area. So we'll move in there. Oh, and Theo, welcome in. How are you? We know Theo from, he came to Puck's channel. How are you doing today? I regret to inform you that Puck's is way more interesting than me. And so you'll find some differences. But how are you? We're at 99. Where's this one Garbo? There's one shred of Garbo left, I think. Oh. It's pointing me to it. But where? Oh, it's inside. I see it now. La 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 la. So exhausted, almost finished, but then I got errands to run. Gonna try and sneak a quick dad nap before I get started on those. You deserve it. You deserve it. Oh, it's not putting down when it's true. No, you deserve it. Get yourself. Okay, perfect. So those are all 100% now. Whew. One. It does show a population here. But okay. So we have this last area. I don't actually know how long it is, but well, thank you. It's true. But you know, his mustache is just so glorious. It's so much more than any of us can hope for, I think. I guess that's true. Hopefully, you know, we try to be friendly here. Let's see. Were you playing Ready or Not when you rated him? Am I remembering that correctly? I feel like he was playing that. You may not have been playing that, but I can't remember. Let me Tokyo Drift here for a sec. Okay. Oh. Okay. So I think this is all part of the next area, I think. I mean, it's not. It doesn't give us a name yet. But I feel like this is all sort of related. No, if it was Saturday night, I was playing Baldur's. Oh, that was it. I think that you're right. I think that was it. I couldn't remember. And did I recall? Are you Canadian? Am I remembering that at least correctly? You're scrap. Oh, that's right. We need to. Oh man. Oh man. French Canadian. Okay, that's okay. See, I can remember some things at least. Okay, I need to go dump this all out. But that's awesome. We actually have. Well, we have quite a few Canadians that float around here. I think only a couple of them maybe are also French Canadian, but I can't remember. I know we have some Vancouverites and Torontonians. Torontons. I'm not sure. But okay. This is where you go, right? Canadians, you say? Canadians, Joss. I'm gonna get so much plastic out of this, or like the plastic goodies. Give. Yes. Okay. 16. All right. Let's pop over here. Let's keep going. Never heard of them. Your French is awful. My French is, I mean, as someone who is really not tied to anything French, by any stretch of the imagination, my French is very bad. I think, let's see. It's mostly, you know, just sort of like your hellos and my name is. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Jet. That's it. I really feel like that's all I know. I'm like, how do you even say? Oh, let's see. There's so much that I would not be able to communicate with someone who only speaks French. It's just not my strong suit. It's a good start. It's really all it's all you need to say. I feel like, and I feel like there's a lot of food that maybe I'd be able to like mention, but I find that that can only go so far. That can only go so far. The intro is very important. I used to have to be able to have conversations. Did you take French? Is that why? A nice croissant and baguette. Ooh. Oh, so for those who've not seen this game before, the general gist is we have been tasked to clean up after this company. And so they've like poisoned the waters. They've left all of their trash. The loddles weren't like growing. They weren't appearing in places, and so that's why we're here. We're kind of like the cleanup crew, picking up after a company that's like polluted this world's like ocean supply. I think they like came here to try to get some kind of like material or to mine something, and then they realized that they couldn't even use it. So then they just left, and so we're here to sort of like clean it up. So that's why there's like this giant sign that just says Guppy. I think Guppy is the company, maybe. From grade 5 onwards, half of my courses were meant to be in French, but then I gave up that halfway through. I mean, you know, that's okay. I feel like languages can be difficult. Languages can be difficult, for sure. But... Oh, and I think we have... Whoops, that's not the button. We have 2 holo badges that we need to read. Jorunna, product designer. Did anyone else see that huge shadow in the water? To everyone who keeps telling me it was a loddle, it was not. Loddles are tiny, and this was huge. All right. All right. Little spooky. Mist Heart. Don't worry, everyone. I stopped the news about the refinery leak. Just carry on with your jobs for now. To be clear, the refinery definitely leaked, so you probably shouldn't touch the water. Don't talk to anyone from the press. Thanks. So these are all like people who like we talked to like a marketing person earlier, or like not talked to, but these are like the logs that they've left. So I guess that's their PR department. Let me give you a good word to pair with croissant and baguette. It's wait, okay. It can be difficult to pronounce in English since the sound doesn't exist, but let's see. It's almost pronounced like bar, but you roll the R at the end. Do you see my hesitation? Bar. How close was that? Again, my French, it's probably not great. It's probably not great. I used to watch a lot of French films. But I feel like that's not, thank you, you're being very kind. Hey, we got 80 destroyed crates. Excellent, excellent. Maybe I need to get back into my French movie phase. What are we trying to pronounce? The French word for butter. Secret. The French word for butter. When you say bar, you might have to make the spreading motion with it. Okay, so that they know what I'm saying. Perfect. Will do. I'll take that into consideration when I butter. I need to yeah, let me French butter word. Oh wait, hold on. Come on, Google. There we go. Beurre. How was that? Was that a little better? Uh-oh. Now I have this little oxygen thing, but I don't want to waste it here. I want to put it further in. So try to say burger with a French accent and without the G. Belga. Is how I would say that with the French accent, but bell. Something close to that. Give me that oxygen. That looks very spooky. As someone who does not really like deep ocean, that's very spooky. Oh, that's good. Okay. There we go. We're getting closer. We're getting there. Also, okay, no, we haven't unlocked the like map area. I don't even know if this like counts. That's actually good. Let's see. Let's go down this way. Let's see what's born French Canadian. Where is that? We gotta get rid of these microplastics. Okay, nice. Wait, is that? Yeah, it's like a cell phone or something. Wow, these are the remnants of the Guppies floating corporate campus. I had no idea that it sank to the bottom of Metzi Trench. To think that it was once a beacon of interstellar enterprise. Oh, there's just like chairs here. Now do we have, the Guppy campus. Also, all that I was cleaning before, just not even part of this area. Love it. We need to. Where am I gonna put? Maybe we'll put this here. That's our oxygen stuff. Fortified my French. Fortified my French when I had a child because I knew that I had to speak French to him, or he would never learn. Oh, that's fair. How old? How many kids do you have, and how old? Butter's pretty fantastic, but being French Canadian, I think I'd sacrifice butter before I sacrifice poutine. This must be where the Guppy employees worked. I do wonder why they left so many of their belongings on this planet. Well, their negligence has given us both of us jobs. I suppose I shouldn't complain. I mean, but maybe you should. I only have one boy right now. He's going to be 5 in April. Oh, that's awesome. How exciting. That's awesome. Very cool. Very, very cool. By the way, again, friends, if you don't know, we met Theo in Pux's chat, which we all love Pux. And Theo rated him, so go check out Theo. Grab your favorite couch spot and join your bad Theo. Hold on, trying to do multiple things at one time. The chill Canadian gamer with a heart of gold, from spooky encounters in fear to ghost-busting laughs and phasmophobia. Theo's variety streams are a mix of thrills and chills. Dive into nostalgia with Baldur's Gate sessions, unwind with, oh right, because you were playing the first one or something, or something very, yeah, I remember now. It's coming back to me. It's all coming back to me now. Unwind with Minecraft builds or embark on epic quests in Shadows of the Colossus. What a great game. What a fantastic game. Plus it's all for a good cause with Together for Good charity streams. #charity. So go check him out. Let me refill my oxygen real fast. I feel like we might need some of those lights here. Maybe not. I just looked up a Blanc sauce recipe, and the notes. Ooh, this gives us oxygen. Nice. And the notes of the recipe say you can use white wine, but this recipe is best with leftover champagne. Sorry, but how rich do you think I am? My cooking wine is $12. That's fair. You know, I feel like it gives it character. You know, it gives it character. Run out of room for. I wonder if fruit classifies as trash. If it doesn't, I can drop those there, and I can like pick up other stuff instead. A little Loddle. Hello. Want to follow me? Follow me. So we need to make sure that the Loddles get clean, or they can actually continue to, like, contaminate the space. I guess you can follow me if you want. The box and present. Oh, yeah. It's just called Frosty Tools. Looks like this building served as Guppy's recreational center. Do you think they ever involved the Loddles in their games? I doubt it. It's actually, because it's called frostytools.com. If you go, or that's the name of the bot. If you go there, it's just something you can add. I think it's free right now, but it will. I think they've said eventually they're gonna charge for it. It has some features that we don't use here, but I really like it for the shout out summary. I find it cool. Also, who opens a bottle of champagne and has leftovers? Yeah, let me. Yeah. I feel like very fancy people will have leftover champagne, you know? Just the most fancy. Give things. Oh, okay, that's not like a fruit. Give. You've made some good progress, but there's still plenty of contaminants in the area. Keep up the effort. Well, thank you. I forget your name, but thank you. What do we do with the buildings? Like, I feel like that's part of the contaminant, you know? Is it the fact that just the building is here? Whoops. Hey. There we go. I feel like we're picking up like the actual trash, but I don't know. Feels like we're like forgetting about just the giant building. Gotta go. Gotta run the yeah, please do. And please, if you said I think you're gonna take a nap later, I hope your nap goes very well. But thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. We'll see you around, whether here or in Pux's stream or in your stream, wherever. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's go in there. I forget that the Loddle is going to follow me until the area is in a state of like that it can live in. So it makes sense that it's like it's here. I have 3 bottles of champagne in my house right now. 1 bottle is real French champagne from Champagne. I got it as a gift. So on my wedding day that we're going to open on our anniversary, the other 2 bottles are from Corbel and are only champagne due to historical fault. I love that. I love when things are you know, barely supposed to be the thing that they are. It's always good. I find. I love that. Okay, we'll come back to get the laptops. We can't fit the laptops in our backpack. We have all of this, like, this stuff to get, I guess. Let's drop to the ground. That's awesome. Wait, so what are you making, Secret? Oh no, the Loddle's dirty again. Right, because we're cleaning this stuff. Let me do this now. And then, get it cleaned up. That's the one thing about, like, when the Loddles follow you, especially when you're cleaning the ground stuff, they will always get dirty again. Gosh, there's so much to... There's the gift! That's the Christmas add-on, that little package there. Oh, did I miss? Just looking up a sauce for fish and looking at some options for Christmas. One was blank. That's awesome. What kind of fish? Ah, this is the office of the once great Guppy CEO, Galena Mathia. I heard that she broke regulations by sneaking a Loddle off this planet. Perhaps that is what led to her downfall. Her downfall. She snuck a Guppy off the planet. Or a Loddle. It's confusing because the name of the company is Guppy. Well, I hope you find the best recipe. We got an Achievo for getting to this place. Come on. Nope. Come on. Sometimes it won't go for it unless you're, like, staring at it. Alright, hold on. So, look at that! It seems to be a gift that someone left behind. I wonder what it contains. Let us see. Woo! What a festive toy. Perhaps a young Loddle would like to play with it. I figured it was going to be a toy for a Loddle. That's awesome. I like it. It's very cute. We don't have any room to pick it up, but we can come back for it. Make sure it goes to the. We will also need to, like, I'm gonna have to go back to the. I think this biome is clean enough for some models to move in. Don't let that distract you from the remaining contaminants, though. Like so. Can I tell you to stay? Nice. Okay. We can't get that. Oh. Look at that. Look at that very. This office is very cool. I feel like I should. Should I try to? Maybe we'll clean up as much as I can. I was gonna try to see if maybe I should like head to the home thing just to like deposit a lot of the stuff that I have, but we'll try to get as much as we can before going back. We're already at 72%, which is nice. What's tough is so my ship stays behind until we get the there's another Loddle over there. Well, I guess I don't have to go all the way back, technically. Okay, hold on. Let me refill my oxygen. Well, if I get all the way over there, I might as well go back. Okay, we'll keep going. I was gonna say, I could just go to the ship, which is not too far away. The closest ship isn't that far of a distance. However, I'm there, I might as well go back, because I can just teleport back to the main base. But I think I'm gonna wait until at least I have maxed out my plastics back here. Let's see. Actually, I don't see any clouds. Actually, we may have gotten all the microplasticky stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna do then, I'll head back, because I'll empty this out. Feast of the Seven Fishes? That sounds dope. I think it's an Italian thing. Oh, that's cool. What are they 7 unique fishes? Also, I guess I can close my tab of just French butterword. What? That sounds cool. I've never even heard of that. That sounds awesome. What fishes? Swim. Oh, so we're still missing one. Oh, I didn't read the, Galena Mothia. If you haven't heard the news, we're packing it all up and moving to a bigger planet. Woohoo! Don't tell anyone, but I'm bringing a Loddle to the new HQ. I named him Squishy. So she took a Loddle off planet. We have one more that we haven't found. Interesting. Let's go home. So we can put this stuff here. Oops. Oh. Store everything else, because you can make special things with some of the items, and then some of them it's just best to just turn it into the like material that you need. Oops, sorry. Nope. For some of those, it's just easier to turn them into the thing you need to make them. But, I think we have all the upgrades. There's still some, like, toys for the Loddles we haven't made yet, but I feel like it's okay. I feel like we'll eventually get there. I kind of want to check. The last remaining, badge might be in one of the other buildings that we haven't been into, but I do kind of want to check, like, past the sign here. So I didn't finish cleaning this area. I kind of stopped once I realized that it might not be a part of the gold boxes. Have I seen these before? Maybe I'm just give. See a trash bag. Looking for a glowing badge if there is one. Oh, is there one? Oh, I think. Wait, is that it? Or is that trash? That might be trash. No, it's the last badge. Nice. Okay, I'm glad we came this way. Give badge. Give badge. Give badge. Find all hollow badges. I believe you collected all the missing hollow badges. Thank you for going out of your way to do so. Of course, it's not worthy of a promotion, but I appreciate it. Love it. It could be any 7, but we're doing salmon patties. Ooh. Shrimp cocktail, mussels, garlic and white wine sauce, lobster. Oh, I haven't had lobster in forever. It's so good. Scallops, anchovy, and a sauce for something I don't remember. And calamari. Ooh. Love calamari. So good. So good. That sounds delicious. Secret. Now I want the 7 fish. Hey, Guppy. Come follow me. Oh, this one's turning into an angler, I think. So now you can stay. Yeah. There you go. You finished cleaning this stuff. Anchovies are in the salad, dressing for a Caesar salad. Oh, nice. That sounds like a very, like, varied meal, too. It's cool that it's, like, you know, the basis is fish, but there's, like, a lot of different, like, types of food, if that makes sense. That's cool. First time I've heard of it. I thought 7 fishes would be overwhelming. Yeah, that's kind of what I would think too, but hearing the application of them, it sounds like that's really cool. I think we've been in this building yet. We're at 91%. Also, we have to be close to, I think so. I think one of the there's like a couple. There's one that's like have all the biomes cleaned. We're doing that. This is the last biome. There's one that's like beat the game, essentially. There's the one of like the biomes have the max amount of loddles. That one will probably take the longest, and I'll just do that one off stream. But we have actually, look, there's a 3rd already. Hello. And I can bring some from Helen, I think, as well. Okay, let's stay here. For my little, like, home base, because I have a few there. I can't remember what else I'm missing. We've got a bunch from, like, getting to this area, finding the CEO building. We got, like, enough crates. Here? I think we did, but I need to get... There you go. What else? That was the CEO building that's above us. This was the game room. I can't remember if we got everything out of here. I guess I can just do this. We did. This game... Oh, it is a secret. I love it. I love it. It's so good. And so... I was showing off earlier, so like you can, the different types of loddles, there's like 50 different types, and you have to feed them a certain kind of food in order to, oh, that's the fruit. in order to get them to, like, turn into different kinds. I love that you can explore. Yeah, it's actually super cool, Val. But, like, there are some of the forms are just the most adorable things. One of my favorites is the manta ray version, and then there's the octopus version that is also very cool looking. I feel like the manta ray, and then 100%. If my observations are correct, this biome is completely free of contaminants. Excellent job. I'm marking this as a fast travel location for you. Whenever you want to return here, just approach your ship and select your destination. Oh, wow. I think all biomes on the planet have passed our sanitation checks, which means... Congratulations! You have successfully finished your mission on GUP-14. We have just a few more things to do before I can send in my final report. If you're ready to depart from the planet, you can start heading back to the home cove. I'll give you more information once you get there. Well, I do want to get there, but I encourage you to take your time. You may want to say goodbye to all the friends you made here. See, look. I love that it, like, I don't know, like copies, like what you do. But okay, hold on. I do want to go back because I was gonna bring some of the loddles that were just there. I was gonna bring them here. All of them are 100%. We love that. You see, before this update that was this week, like, I think we started cleaning this one first. That one would be at like 90% now. A lot of these would not be at 100%. But I think because we have it now. Oh, look, all that's still not. We should swim up, I guess, or. Because. Because of the update, though, they're like kind of locked into a cleanness, which is nice. And Shady, welcome in.
Piece of garbage!
How are you? We are pretty much just finishing this game. Just want to see. Doesn't look like there's anything up here, but I wanted this part of the map clear, you know? I didn't like not having it. I will check. Hold on. I need to see, before I, like, finish, I want to see... Oop. Did not mean to just throw that in trash away. Just drop a fuel cell into the sea. I want to see what achievos I'm missing. I'm missing 2. One of them is going to be like have enough loddles in each biome, and I think the other one is just to leave. So I think we're fine. Hopefully, like, it allows us to. I mean, should I wait? I guess. Like, what if it just ends the game and like kills my save? What if that's how this works? Let's go down. There's the boat. Hold on, go back. Achievements. There we go. Yeah, reach the maximum loddle capacity in all biomes. Store all of this. This one's at 15, that one's at 10, 15, that one's at 15, this one's at 3. If this doesn't just end it, I should be able to bring back some here. All right, I'm ready to begin our departure process whenever you are. Just approach your spaceship and say the word. Okay, I'm not ready to leave yet, because what we can do is... Sorry, I was in ads. Play the jingle again. The jingle? But Shady, how are you? Okay, follow me, everybody. There should be... This isn't everyone. Right? Oh yeah, there's the octopus. There he is. Follow me. Alright. So hold on. If I... Okay, great. Sweet. It's fast travel. Is there a new Discord? Not yet. Discord is still gone. But yeah, how's it going? What have you been up to? What have you been playing? Oh, whoops. All right, let's stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. There we go. Okay, so now this one has 8 out of 10. Okay, so really, surely if we just wait a bit. Surely if we just wait a bit, 2 more will spawn. And we'll be at max. There's nothing for me to clean. I just want to see if we can... I mean, I wonder if there's like... I don't know. If there's any other way to like... Ooh. Oh, look! There's like... other life. That wasn't there before. I think that one just like poofed into bubbles. I don't know how that works, but... Yeah, they actually all do that. We want to ask questions. I mean, we don't have to wait here, I guess. I can sort of see if there's, like... stuff. There's also, like, random things you can clean out in the middle of nowhere. Surely, if I do this for a bit, it'll just say, hey, all the biomes have lots. Max loddles. Juice. Descent. Your advocacy has paid off, and I'm going to Australia in a couple of days for Xmas. See, I'm glad I was able to convince you to go. I've heard it's a great place. That's awesome, though. That's awesome. I'm gonna go see the fam. Been playing Oxenfree 2. How is it? And I actually haven't played the first one, but how does it compare? Do you feel like it's as good? Fam hang, nice. That'll be fun. That will be dope. Let's trash out of here. They're at 9 out of 10. Oxenfree 1 has evaporated from my brain other than as a positive after image, but Oxenfree 2 is scratching the same itch. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. It's a bit shorter than I expected, but the vibes are good. Love it. I feel like that's acceptable. I feel like it's very acceptable. Oops. Okay, also, side note. No, never mind. That's correct. No, it is correct. Maybe I get confused because fast travel is on the second line and open storage is on the top line, and I get confused because the R key is above the F key. I think that's what's confusing me. That must be what it is. Because every time I've gone to this, when I'm like, sweet, I want to open my storage, I always open fast travel. I think it's just the key positioning is messing with my brain. Okay. That's more option. Still says 9 out of 10. It's open storage, right? Exactly. Of course. How could I forget? How could I get it mixed up in my head? That's our home. Let's just see if there's any other trash we left. I mean, I'm sure there is, but like, I'm just killing time till there's the max amount of loddles in every dome or biome. I mean. But I've loved this game. It's very chill. The loddles are very adorable. The one thing that I hope they add is some kind of information on in-game as to what loddles need what food to evolve into the different types. I got that information because I had to look that up in the community section on Steam. Luckily, somebody had written out like a little document that said, these are like the 15 types. This is the food they have to eat in order to get it to evolve into that type. And so I just sort of went down the list and got them all. But otherwise, I would not have been able to figure it out because I at least knew the idea when I played the first time on stream. I knew the idea of, okay, so there's a bunch of different fruit. It seems like when I've fed them different fruit, they've turned into different things. So clearly that's how that works. But it is not as simple as, well, there's like 8 fruits types. Surely if you just give like one of each, like if you give one, you only feed it that type, it'll turn into a thing. There's only like 3 of them, I think. That's like, if you feed it one fruit type, it turns into like a special one. The other, however many different kinds of fruit there are all mixes of different kinds. And you can, I noticed this later, you can technically see them, like, as you give them a fruit, sometimes like they'll start sprouting legs, or they'll start sprouting like ears or whatever, or whatnot. And Lord QWERTY, hey, lurking while I cook supper, and hi all. I hope you're having a great day. I hope supper's good. So it is like you can kind of learn, I bet, like, oh, if I feed, like, this fruit always gives them feet, or this fruit always gives them ears. If I combined this two, maybe it'll give me this. The bunny one took me like 3 or 4 attempts to get. We need one more. Come on. One more babby. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen this color before. It's so pale. Hello. Would you like... Oops, that's not what. Would you like a pet? So adorable. Would you like a pet? Might as well pet all of them, you know? While we're waiting. No? Okay, there we go. It really thought hard if it wanted to be pet or not. Let's go see my favorite types before we rush to the end. Has been super overworked as of late, so I'm starting to do the cooking to help her out. Oh, that's so nice of you. That is very cool. I'm sure. I'm sorry, did you just follow me here? Did I steal you from? I did. Hello. Gosh, you see, I always choose the wrong one. Sometimes, okay, and this. Okay, yeah. What are you doing, bud? This is your home. You need to stay. It said there was a trash. Oh, those. That's not there. Gotta get this back up to 100%. There we go. Alright, so let me just double check. Part of me is afraid that it's gonna say that the home cove, whoops, that the home cove needs to be filled with loddles as well, but I really hope not. I really hope that's not the case, because that would take, because I have none in there. Also, they don't naturally spawn in there, so maybe I hope that's not the case. But look, this is one of my favorites. Let's see. Where's my inventory? There we go. The manta loddle. It's just so cool looking. Where's one of the octoloddles? Well, here's a butterfly? Yeah, the butterfly. Looks so cool. And what's neat is like, so if you get the right color first, like if you get like the color that you want, you can have all different types. Let's see, where's the octo? Where's my octo friend? Ah, they're there. Octo friend. Just so cool looking, also. Yeah, give it a pet. Give it a little petsies. Bye, friends. Oh, that's oxygen. Okay. Wait, oh no, it's 10 out of 10, 10, 10. Is it, do we have to have loddles in the home cave? It didn't give me the achievo, so surely that must be what it means. That'll take forever. 20? I wasn't prepared for this. So we're gonna have to steal babies, basically, I guess. If I like follow me. That Discord is dead. The Discord is dead. Ba 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 da ba 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 da bum. So we're gonna have to steal babies. I think that's honestly gonna be the fastest. Oh, right. Oh, don't be sad. Why are you sad? Do you want pet? Do you want pets? Nope. Hold on. Oh. There you go. There we go. Pets. It's okay. There we go. Okay. Also, I think... So sometimes they, like... When they're happy, they'll, like, let out a little burst. From what I've read, I've actually not seen this at all while playing this game. But apparently, it'll clean the area when they do that. So if there's, like, I guess, trash around or some of the... There's, like, this dirt stuff sometimes, they'll like clean the area. But I've actually never seen them do that. I've just heard that it's something they can't do. All right, look. You're okay. This is not a babby, but you're gonna follow me. Hopefully, more babbies will be made in their absence. You know. You see, like, am I gonna like? I really hope if I end that there's like the save will like remember that. Like it'll save before I leave, so that way I can like continue the playthrough. I hope. How was the dentist? $175 poorer? No, for a new retainer. Where is the burning? So I got rid of Burn It All Down the other day because every time it uses it, just the frames drop to such a like crazy degree that I think I'm just gonna have to remake it. I think I'm just gonna have to. Okay, follow me. Sure, why not? Thank you for that hydrate. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna drop them off here, and then we will we'll just hope, we're gonna hope that I can come back to this. And I'll get that last achievo on my own. Which is that every biome has to have max loddles, which I was hoping was going to be these, but it also includes the home cove, apparently. And so I've taken some now. Oh, look, you see, that one already filled in that gap, which is nice. But all right, we're gonna do the end. Are we getting on? I know, I'm sorry. But all right, let's leave GUP14 and hope that the save, like most RPGs, will save before you leave. This will begin the ending sequence. Your progress will be saved up to this point. I think that's what I... Hold on. Wait a minute. No. Can I... okay. I thought I could select maybe a different save file, because there's like 3, but... Let's see what the end is like. Return all home cove structures. Before we leave, I'll need you to dismantle the machines within your home cove. Simply approach each structure to return back to HQ. Don't worry about any machines you've placed outside of the cove. HQ will collect those later. See, like, why would I need to put loddles in here? If you have any loddles still remaining in the home cove, feel free to say goodbye to them now. They'll be safe here when we depart. Okay, I guess, so they're like reclaiming it. Thank you for all your hard work. I'll admit, I've really grown to like this planet. I can only imagine how much this place means to you. Now, if you're ready, the spaceship will take you home. Let me just pet one. They're so happy looking. Bye. I'm ready. So long, and thanks for all the trash. So besides the... It's time to say goodbye to GUP14. The waters are crisp and clear. The plants are lively and flourishing. The planet can now heal on its own. Nature's healing. Loddles will miss having you around. No. But they are happy to have their home once again. Look, there goes our little spaceship. Loddlenaut. I wanted to see all of them, like, follow me up to the surface and wave me goodbye. They're only alive because of me. I made them live. The least they could do is see me off, but... oh well. Can't get everything, you know? Can't have everything we want. You did it! I did it! Tony Pizza? Maybe that's the name of a pizza place and not the name of a person, I'm realizing. But part of me definitely thought that's... my initial thought was there's somebody named Tony Pizza. That's awesome. What are the chances? Aw. I'm curious to see when I load the save back in. I just want to know that I don't have to play through the whole thing again to get to that point to where they're all like full. Even though I will say the actual gameplay loop is very fun. Like the way this works is great. Sassy, welcome in. You're getting us right at the end. Leamington. Oh, here we go. Thank you for playing Loddlenaut. No, thank you. Okay, so... okay, nice. All right, so I'll be able to get the last Achievo without having to replay the whole thing. So excellent. No. No, Shady, I didn't. But look, we have only one Achievo left. So I'll do. I basically just need to make it sit idle, and that's it. So excellent, easy. So I need to reach the maximum Loddle capacity in all biomes, and so if I just sit there, it'll eventually just do it. So that shouldn't be too bad. But all right, friends, thank you for being here for the game. I appreciate. Yeah, you'll get to do it. You'll get to, and I mean, this is a game that I recommend for people. I think it's very fun. It was very relaxing to play, and again, I played a little bit off stream just to get all of the all the different types of Loddles and all that sort of stuff. So it took me a bit, but it was definitely worth it. I think it's a very fun game. I think a lot of you would very much like it. The Loddles are cute. It's pretty relaxing. It isn't too crazy. It's nice. But friends, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. No announcements. Nothing I really got. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good old day and playing all the fun things and doing the fun stuff for Christmas and, you know, all that goodness. I really just barely... you did, yeah, you did. Actually, it took us... it actually wasn't so bad. It took us a little bit longer to beat it. I thought we were going to be done even earlier, but I kind of went out of my way to make sure we got... I wanted to get one more achievement, so it just took us a little bit longer. But anyway... Friends, thanks for hanging. Joss, thank you so much for the resub for 21 months. I appreciate it. Big appreciate. And that's it. So friends, thanks for hanging. I'll see you guys later. Hope you are having a great holiday no matter what you're doing. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.